Hi everyone, it's Emma from Body Love HQ and I am the Body Love coach and it's Saturday and I haven't even brushed my hair today. I tend to have pretty slovenly, is that a word? Saturdays. I've got stains on my t-shirt. It doesn't matter, I'm still worthy, I'm still a good person, doesn't matter what I look like. I just wanted to jump in today because yesterday I did a video just a bit about how I was feeling frustrated yesterday. I'm over that, don't worry. But one of the things I said in that video yesterday, and I'll put a link to it so that you can have a look if you haven't seen it. One of the things I spoke about yesterday and the way I can get your help is for you to believe that you are enough and you are worthy and you deserve the best possible life right exactly now, no matter how imperfect you are or how you look or how well you look after yourself, doesn't matter. You deserve everything that you want. And, maybe it takes a while to get there, but you do deserve that. So following on from that discussion yesterday, I was thinking about a conversation I had with one of my students after yoga this week. And I hope if she watches this, she doesn't mind me telling the story. I hope I won't out her. Anyway, we're talking about how she's been doing a bit more yoga on a regular basis, and she's thinking about when she does down dog, whether her heels will touch the ground, touch the mat. And she said, during the class today, I felt so excited because when I put my heels down, I could feel that they were touching the mat. And I was like, oh, wow. And she goes, no, wait, because when I had a look, I realized that the mat was a little bit rolled up, so it was bouncing up off the floor. So it meant that it was higher off the ground, it was closer to her heels, and it made it easier for her to touch her heels to the ground. And she sort of said, so I'm still not that great at yoga, but I'm getting better. And I said, yeah, that's true. But, remember that when they put pictures of people doing yoga in the media, it's always, generally perfect, skinny, white, bendy bodies who are doing it perfectly. So it's kind of the same thing as models in magazines or people that you see on TV. They do tend to choose the most perfect looking people, airbrushing, all that kind of stuff would happen in the yoga industry as well. And so I sort of said to her, don't worry about that. I'm probably never going to get my heels to touch the ground because my legs are quite short compared to the length of my torso, which just means it's bloody hard for me to get my heels to the ground. And I'm not going to judge myself on that. And she sort of got that and she understood. And I can't remember if I said this to her the other night. I think I did. But what I was thinking was, she's a midwife, right? She can help women have babies. I mean, how massive is that? Who gives a shit if you get your heels on the ground if you're able to help women have babies, right? So what the point of today's little discussion is, and what I'm talking about when it comes to a little game about self-acceptance, is to start to notice the things that you do well. Do start to notice the things that you can do that a lot of other people in the world can't do. And we all have those things, right? We're so trained to notice the things we're not good at or the things that we haven't achieved yet. And it's like being on a constant diet. It's a waste of our energy. We should focus more on the things we are good at and get better and better at those things. And I'm not saying she should quit yoga because she's never going to get her heels on the ground. If she feels good doing yoga, that's great. But the point, hopefully, isn't to get the heels on the ground. It's about how good she feels. So I hope that makes sense to you. And it's a little lesson I did learn from my days in my corporate job because one of the big companies I work for, a massive multinational, one of the most famous multinational companies in the world, when we used to have our performance reviews, instead of being marked, instead of noticing the things we weren't good at and having to go and do training on the things we weren't good at, they'd point those out. But what they would do is send us on training for the things we were really good at and to make those things even better. And so that's the sort of mindset that I want you to think about. Instead of focusing on all the things you can't do, start to focus on all the things you can do and how amazing you are. So if you're watching this, please put a comment in the comments. Tell me, I might not be good at blah, blah, but I'm really good at blah, blah, and start to really talk yourself up. It's okay to acknowledge that you're not great at something, but make sure that you're counteracting that with focusing on something that you are really good at. So I guess for me as well, I can't get my heels on the ground. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that when it comes to a down dog. But I'm really good at teaching classes. So that's what I'm going to say for myself. And I would love you to put a comment below and start this conversation of talking about what we're really good at instead of focusing on what we're not so great at. So I hope you're having a great Saturday. Tell me what you're really good at. I'd love to know. I want to know what everyone's strengths are, because we've all got them and it's time we started shouting them from the rooftops. So enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you soon. Bye.